Hello, I'm Henry, and welcome to the Cactus project. I'm one of the authors of the project, and I'll explain the project and walk you through the repo. So Cactus is a framework for running AI on phones. It is cross-platform and runs on both budgets and high-end phones. And there are different layers to Cactus, but I'll jump straight to the key ones. So Cactus Graphs and Cactus Engine. So Cactus Graph is a general computing framework, kind of like PyTorch for phones. You can implement any model at all using Cactus Graphs. It's just NumPy or something like that. And you can, like it's kind of like a lazy graph. You define, you instantiate your graph, define the input nodes, the flow of operations, initialize your data, assign it to the input, to the input, and then graph.execute where it actually runs and you can retrieve the data. So you can implement any complex mathematical equation or any kind of model at all using these. And then for people who just want to get started with AI inference, we've kind of pre-implemented a couple of models in the Cactus engine. So you can literally just get to use a simple API that's quite familiar if you're coming from cloud models. Yeah, just a bunch of messages and option JSON, and then pass into Cactus complete endpoint. There's a Cactus init, there's Cactus complete, and I think there's like 5 of them. And this is an example response from Gemma 3 to 70M into it. Now, this is a performance benchmark for Cactus, just to give you an overview of what to expect in real world. These are collected from actual usage, not in a controlled environment. So this is what you should expect your users to actually get, even when their phones are doing other things. And it goes from budget phones to high-end phones, just to give it a full picture. So one thing we really do at Cactus is to try to make the files smaller for app developers to be able to bundle into their apps. And so for this particular model, Quint 600M in 8 CPU, it only takes about 394 megabytes. And compare it to like what's out there, you often get like around 900 megabytes for the same model. And a couple of things coming to Cactus in the next couple of weeks. Int 4 support, and Int 4 is going to almost double this performance you see here, while reducing the battery drain almost half, and also further reducing the file size. So this way we can get to like run much bigger models. And also NPU support is great, also coming to Cactus in the next couple of weeks. And the key benefit of NPUs is energy efficiency, so it's going to reduce the battery drain even more, but also significantly increase the prefill speed. So at this point, you should be able to run a very large context, like 10K, context size on phones and get away with it, still get instantaneous performance. So this repo is kind of very easy to use. We already wrote like a test script you can simply just run. And because we designed these to work on every ARM chip, you can run this on a MacBook or a Qualcomm PC. And I'll show an example here. So here we were running an example, a test with Qwen 3 600M. And here we build Cactus, we build test, and bam, yeah, it's done. It's that fast. So you get the matrix, and you get to see like what the results look like at different points. And for people who are going to use Cactus Graph, you can see like an overview of the benchmark for different operations in the Cactus Graph, and also like what's available there. And to kind of like change the model you use for this test, you can just run one of these like scripts, one of these commands we use for supported models, and you just hot swap it into this file here. And yeah, we're done. And for a couple resources to get started, for the C++ documentation, we often have this rule of using one header file for everything. So most times to get started, you simply read the header file. And the header file is going to paint a full picture of what's supported and what isn't supported. And it's just a way to make it easy for people to use the repository without having to do too much. But we also wrote like very simple docs. You can read to get started with Cactus graphs. And to directly use the engine, simply use this particular documentation for it. Now, for app developers, you really don't need to like go through the stress of like getting started with C++ and all that. You can simply use the Kotlin multi-platform SDK and the Flutter SDK and the React Native SDK, depending on which language or which framework you're familiar with. And you can join the Discord. I think you're strongly encouraged to join the Discord. And once you have issues, we kind of like really like jump on it and help you get started and help you fix it. On the website, we have like this cool agent builder where you can define your workflows using kind of like drag and drop bricks. So you can check that out if you really don't want to like get started with coding. You do the drag and drop, and it generates the Cactus code for you for whichever SDK you use. And to contribute to the repo, we strongly encourage contributions and just read the guidelines there to get started. And to actually see Cactus in action, you can try one of the demo apps here. And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So please, yeah, just get started and give us feedback. We are kind of